So it is September the 26th, and I don't think I told you guys, but can you hear what's on my TV? It's revenge! In my last This and That video, I shared that Netflix no longer offers revenge, and so I went crazy. Well, Amazon, they have it, but I couldn't get the Amazon app to work on my smart TV. I finally got it to work, and I'm super excited. So I have revenge playing right now. But look what I got. It just came in the mail. Like the UPS, not UPS, but the post office guy, he just dropped it off. Well, these are more vintage. These are really vintage though. Ebony magazines. I found some from the 50s. Now, I'm trying to remember if I have any from the 50s. I probably have one, or maybe I don't have any. But I am absolutely in love with the ebony vintage magazines. I have a lot from the 70s and several from the 60s, just a couple from the early 80s. I really don't care about the 80s, not right now. But I absolutely love, let's see, my favorites would be the 70s and I think I do have a couple from the 50s, because the 50s would be my favorite. The ads, you guys, oh my goodness. Well, if you want black ephemera, that's positive. The ebony magazine, the vintage magazines are the way to go. This cover, and let's see, I thought I had one more. Well, this is obviously a white woman. Ebony magazine is a black magazine. But sometimes on some of the earlier editions, you will see covers of white people. So this one was from February of 1957. And it's brittle. This is how it came. This cover was off. But let me just walk you through several pages. When I first opened this up, I saw this woman here, and she's African American, and I love it because the kitchen is one of my favorite areas in the house. And so I just love having this. Oh my goodness. And then over here, another food ad. What's great about the Ebony magazine, a lot of their advertising, they do have some of non-blacks, but a lot of it features African Americans. And I just absolutely love the 50s, the whole feel. The paper is really brittle. I lucked out. I shared a shopping lot from Beverly's Fabrics. They're closing down in one of the Sacramento locations. And so I found a lot of that acid-free spray. Oh, I love this. Look at that. I love the hairdo. Well, I will spray my cutout ads with that spray to help neutralize the acid and stop it from tearing. But take a look at it. I just love it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let me go a little faster because... Oh, and these two, I saved these. I cut them out because this is old. Everything in the magazine is old. And look, back then, 12 issues for only $3.50. I do like to read the stories. Look at this. Oh my goodness, these are African American people. You guys, you may be wondering, why are you so excited? Well, when it comes to vintage black ephemera, you find the stereotypical racist type stuff. And I'm not looking for that. You could find that easily. King of rock and roll. Look at this. Oh, I love looking at the pictures. The pictures, they really do tell a story. Well, I love these magazines because I find the positive images. Look at this. I love this ad. And what is this? I love browsing through because you could see how people lived back then, what they used, how they looked, what they ate. And then you find things that we still use today, like Vaseline. I got some Noxzema ads. I still use Noxzema. Well, I'm not sure which decade Noxzema, hit the market, but it's been around for a long time. Some of these products I've never heard of before. So you get an idea of what, look at the wave. That goes back to the 50s, probably before that. You get an idea of what you find in these magazines. And so I will not flip through all of it. As a matter of fact, right now I'm going through my 70s magazines again and cutting out more ads. And then I will store those away in the garage. But I just had to share these. This one is 1952 because I wanted to find, well, I want a couple magazines from the 40s. Ebony started 1945. They have a couple on eBay. They're $40 and $50. Eventually, I will buy one, but I want, okay, this is 1960. I wanted to find the 50s as close as possible to the 40s because the 50s, they cost less than the 40s. Well, you guys, here you have it. My newest addition to my Ebony magazine. Happy October 1st, everyone. It's the month of Halloween. It's the season of pumpkins and scarecrows and hay. And if you live in those areas where apple trees or apples are grown, apple picking. Okay, so I got some things to share with you guys. But did I share my my castophobic story? I'm a horrible patient, you guys. Okay, so you all, I'm sure you're aware that I broke my ankle. It will be 4 weeks. Today is Sunday, so it'll be 4 weeks this coming up Thursday. Well, I went to the doctor that Sunday and had x-rays, and then that Monday I had my first cast ever put on. And I shared pictures in my last video of the teddy bears. Okay, so it was a full leg cast, right? So I get home, and let me tell you, people, started, I'm kind of exaggerating, but I'm not exaggerating. Okay, so I wasn't hallucinating or like seeing things and hearing voices, but let me tell you, that cast made my mind go places it had never went before. Now, besides that, when I had my cast put on, my leg was swollen and my ankles were swollen. And so the cast, though it was cushioned, my ankle felt like rug burn. It was so uncomfortable. And then when it started to itch, you can't get to the itch because you have that tight cast on. And so that night I went absolutely crazy. And so this is what I did. I took a pair of shears, that you use. And you know what? I might show you a picture of it. I think I'll go back. I'll grab those and then show a picture. But let me tell you, I began to pry at that cast. It took me 24 hours. I cut through it millimeter by millimeter. I couldn't sleep, you guys. I don't recommend you do that because, we wear casts for a reason. It's to help the broken part heal and to aid in, to prevent further injury. But I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I still remember myself. I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning. You know how you just pop up? Well, I popped up. I was on the couch because that was the most comfortable place to be. And I popped up 2 o'clock in the morning and just real quick grabbed the shears that I had laying next to me because I went to sleep, trying to cut it off, and just went right to it. And I kept dropping something. And my husband, who was upstairs, he kept waking up and he would run out. Are you okay? Are you okay? Of course, he didn't know what I was doing because he would have been totally against it. But that following day, about 2:30, I got the cast off off my leg, and I'll insert a picture to share with you guys. And so, that whole day, of course, I didn't have a cast on. The next day, my husband found out about it, and he was totally upset. So he took me back to Kaiser, and they gave me a new cast, and I'll show a picture of that one. For this cast, I chose a purple cast with pink stripes, okay? And so I, came home that day. Well, actually, that's the day I got me a knee scooter. So I had a chance to use the knee scooter. Went to Costco for the first time ever. Rode one of the motorized scooters. Absolutely loved that. Went to Walmart later that night because I begged my husband, please take this cast off me. Please take it off me. He said, Felicia, just try to endure. Because at Costco, I bought Benadryl to help me sleep because that's how bad this cast was messing with me. And so, I put my best foot forward and tried to deal with it. 9 o'clock that night or 10 o'clock that night, I'm like, I can't take it. Please, just take it off me. So we went to Walmart. I rode their motorized scooter. Well, actually, I stayed in the car. My husband went in and bought different shears. I know we're horrible, right? Horrible. He brought out these shears this long. I'm like, there's no way the blade can fit inside the cast. So I went in with him, rode the motorized scooter, and we left Walmart with a saw. Yeah, you guys, with a saw. Got home, and I don't recommend you do this, but my husband tried. He tried to take my cast off. We didn't have any luck. By now, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. He's tired, and I'm like, you know what? I'll try the Benadryl, and just tomorrow, take me to Kaiser so we can take this cast off. I took the Benadryl, took 2 of them. I was knocked out for only an hour. And woke up, and I think I stayed up the whole night because I couldn't sleep knowing that I had that cast on me and I couldn't take it off. Went to Kaiser the next day, and the technician, he's like, are you claustrophobic? Because I had been emailing my doctor. I stayed in contact with my doctor, and I told him, I'm like, I can't take this. I'm not trying to be a brat, but I can't. And so I told the technician, no, but I am claustrophobic, obviously. And he said some people are like that. He had patients who couldn't deal with the cast. So what they ended up giving me was a removable leg cast. And that is what I have been wearing the last couple of weeks. And mentally, it's so much better. And so I do wear it when I go to sleep because I try to keep it on as long as I can. Of course, I take it off when I shower, but I pretty much keep it on. But yeah, you guys, that's my story. I'm claustrophobic. No, that's not a word you'll find. I kind of came up with that when he asked if I was not. But obviously, I got some issues about wearing a cast. So I am doing everything in my power not to ever be injured again because I can't do a cast. Do you guys have a similar story? Now, with that being said, I do have a vintage wrapping paper lot that I picked up from eBay. Actually, 2 of them. I got this lot for a steal, you guys. I mean, it was a steal. I alluded, or I mentioned this in my last video. Or actually, no, it'd be the video before last. Because I have another this and that video that I need to share. Maybe it was in that video. I don't know. But check out the wrapping paper, right? Look at it. Wedding wishes. So I have an assortment, birthday, baby themed, which is what you see here. And, I came across vintage wrapping paper. Oh, I placed an order for a paper doll, and it wasn't in stock. And so the owner of the store gave me the option of choosing another product for the inconvenience, right? So I chose some wrapping paper. And from that, I began to search for vintage wrapping paper. This is so pretty. Which is readily available on eBay, right? So I had never used, well, I don't use, well, this is so pretty. I don't use wrapping paper. I don't wrap up gifts. I give my gifts in the bag I bought it in. I know I'm horrible. But these are so pretty. I'm thinking, if I can remember, these were from perhaps the 70s. So they may not qualify as vintage, but they're, you know, they're old. And I love this one. Is this a Christmas one? Oh, God bless you. Can you see that? Let me, oh, I just love this one. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. It's my fave so far. God bless us, everyone. Oh, I love it. Let me go quicker. So I got these. I mean, you can use them in your cards, your scrapbook pages, your vintage junk journals. That's what I had in mind. And I love this one too. I actually used this one. I shared a page from my altered book here. Where is it? Oh, right here. Yeah. Very simple. Okay, so let me go a little quicker. So this was a steal. I forget the price. I mentioned the price in my other video, but I think it was like 15 bucks shipped, right? And I got a nice assortment. And look, I haven't even made it through all of this. Oh, this is one of my faves too. This girl here. This is actually the one that I got free from that eBay store. So I haven't even made it through all of these. So I picked up another lot, and this deal wasn't as good as, you know, this deal here. I paid a little more and I got a lot less, but this one had some floral prints that I was interested in, which you see here, right? And I love this print, basket full of strawberries, and these prints here. So this wasn't a good as value as my other lot, but I got some different prints. Okay, so I am done with vintage wrapping paper, though I did see some Cabbage Patch wrapping paper. It's in my cart. I'm going to pick that up. Okay, so I was out of town last weekend and stopped at a thrift store on the way to Sacramento and picked up this game, vintage game. I got it for like $1.50. Had never heard of it before. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to recycle the box, because, you know, it's really popular saving like packaging, vintage packaging, that is, covers to boxes like this. But this game, I'm not sure if it works. I tried to get it to spin and I couldn't. It's called Roll-O-Matic Bridge. Some of you may have heard of this game, but anyway, I hadn't. I don't know how to play it, but you put this cover on and then you turn and you get these bunch of different symbols and numbers. Well, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off the roller and take the paper out and use that in something. Yeah. Because I'm really not, I mean, it looks cool, right? It looks vintage. You know what? I might just keep this for decorations. How about that? But what I'm excited about, because if you saw, oh, and here's the directions. Stuff like this too can be used in your vintage junk journal. I will use these pages for such. But what I'm really excited about, because in my first this and that video, I shared with you some boxes of games that I found that has cards in it. I shared one that has, it's all about the music. So it has questions regarding music. And then I found a biblical set. Well, I found this set. It's called Advertising. And I paid, where is the price? It used to be on here. I paid, okay, $1.95 for this, right? Same thrift store. And by the way, that thrift store was huge. My goodness. And I rolled through the aisles on my knee scooter. I love my knee scooter. But take a look at all these cards. And is there a date when this was made? I think it was made in the 80s. I think I looked it up online. But let me ask you guys some questions. It's all about advertising. So, oh, okay. I recognize some of these names. Question number 1. Orange lovers have a crush on us. You have to name the company. Okay? So, shout it out. Orange lovers have a crush on us. And that would be, okay, so these are your options. Would it be Minute Maid, High C, Sun-Kissed, or Orange Crush? Well, if you said Orange Crush, you are correct. Okay, second question. The slimmest slim of them all. The slimmest slim of them all. Your options would be Capri, Virginia Slims, Diet Pepsi, or Lean Cuisine. If you said Capri, you are correct. All right, the last one. Lift and Cut Shaving System. Lift and Cut Shaving System. Options are Tora, Shazik, probably saying that wrong, Lady Remington, and then Norelco. Okay, so I haven't heard of any of these. I think I've heard of Shits. Well, the answer is Norelco. Let me do one more because I recognize some of the names on this one. Okay, 2 scoops of raisins in every box. Okay, would that be Raisinets, Fruit and Fiber, these are cereals, Sun-Maid, or Kellogg's Raisin Bran? If you say Kellogg's, you are correct. I love these question and answer type cards. Once again, they're nice to tuck into little envelopes and little pockets. And I found what looks like a complete box. So super cool. I got a couple other things to share. I love ribbon. I collect ribbon. And I picked up this ribbon a couple weeks ago. It is so cute. It's a scarecrow. I love it. Got it from Joann's. It was on sale, of course. And then I picked up this one. I love ribbon that has phrases and words on it. And this one, it's brown with bronze silver on the burlap. Love it. It says blessings. Thanks, tradition, Thanksgiving, fall harvest. Has some pumpkins on it. Give thanks. Count your blessings. I guess that's what it states. Fall of harvest. And I just love this one. I got these from our smaller stores, and they didn't have a lot of these. Regular price, $6. I think I want to get another one of this because I never seen, you know, sometimes they come back with the same prints. I don't recall seeing these ever before. Okay, and then I picked up this one. Love that orange and that burlap on the edge. And then I got this one. Love that dark chocolate. It's like a bitter chocolate. And then I picked up this one. This reminds me of growing up. You know, the ugly couch. Yeah, so I had to get that one. That brings back some memories. Okay, and then I got this one here, the owls. And then this is a cool one. It's leaves, and it's like a thin felt, and it has foiling veins. So that's cool. So I got, yeah, all those are harvest fall related. And then I think in my last video I shared the gingerbread ribbon that you could pick up. Well, check this out. Never seen these before. Look at that. Brown ornaments. You guys know brown is my favorite color. Had to pick that up. And then check this out. Now, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a brown Santa Claus, but he is brown. And you know, when I went back the other day, I don't recall seeing this print. Man, I need to get another one of these. Yeah, he's brown, and it could be because he's on canvas, or it could be that he's supposed to be brown. That's what I'm thinking. He is supposed to be brown. Have you ever seen this before? Oh my goodness. Absolutely love it. Regular price is $10, of course. Use your coupon. But you know what? My Joann's, they have been having their Christmas ribbon on sale for only 30% off. And it's been on sale every week, or every week that I have went in. But you could use your additional 25% off coupon. They get those quite often. So I love my selections this year. Brand new. Brand new. Okay. I also, a couple weeks ago, I was at Michael's. Maybe a little longer. And they had, now I had got some of these during, darn it was last year or earlier in the year. Yeah, I got a red one, so it was around Valentine's Day. They have these in different colors. Well, they're 80% off, and I mean, I love these. I love that, what do you call this type of look? I can't, pleated look. So yeah, 80% off, and they have them in different colors. I got the pink, I got this color, real pretty, and then this color. I already had, I think I have the white, and I think the white might have a not metallic, but a shimmery finish on it. And then of course I have the red. Okay, I also, oh, I didn't show this. Michael's have a lot of faith-based washi tape. So I use my coupon on this and pick this up. Can never have enough of faith-based anything. And what else? Oh, I got this regular $7, but it rang up like 39 cents. It's stickers, and stickers that deal with things in the kitchen, like different foods and spices. Look at all these stickers. And they only had this one. Okay, so that's that. Now, I have been eyeing, because I like the homespun, that plaid look, that gingham look. So I finally picked up some fabric fat quarters, and this is the part of the homespun collection. Different places have it. I saw it on Amazon for the cheapest price, like 25 bucks. I went to go order it. It had went up to 35 bucks. And so I was going to order it elsewhere, but I kept checking Amazon and it went back down. So I got it from Amazon. Yeah. And I love it. You get 12 different fabric quarters. And this is the brown wheat collection. And I love it. Ah! Perfect for fall. And of course, Christmas. Now they have other colors. I want to get the red color. They have blue. What else? I think they have black. So yeah, that came from Amazon. And then I'm not sure if I shared this punch, but I got this punch maybe earlier this year or perhaps last year. But you guys know I love a gingerbread. I had a gingerbread party, online YouTube party last year. And since that party, I have picked up this cute little gingerbread punch. He is discontinued. I got him on eBay. And you know what? I think there might be, he might be available. I think I saw him just last night. So I do want to punch him out. But he is so super cute. Now, in addition to him, which I got him like months ago, I recently, because I'm always on eBay looking for anything gingerbread, like dies and punches and things like that. Well, I picked up this retired Sizzix original gingerbread man. Back when I first started crafting, Michaels used to carry these original dies in the store. I don't remember ever seeing the gingerbread man. So I have quite the collection. I don't know how many they came out with. So I don't have, well, I mean, I have a lot. Well, that's subjective, right? But obviously, I didn't have this one. And I cannot wait to play with him. Got it on eBay. And this card was made using the die. And I totally love him. Okay, what else? October the 3rd. And goodness, like many of you, well, I had to take a break from the news. Oh my goodness. The tragedy in Las Vegas, right? Just horrible and senseless. It makes no sense. It makes no sense how you can be about your daily life. You work hard and then you want to play. You want to go to a concert, a family type event. And you just never think that something like that can happen. It's just crazy. If any of you, any of my viewers, my subscribers, I'm praying and thinking about you guys. I don't know what else to say. It's kind of hard to go back to normal, you know? It's just crazy. I pray that those affected find support and others who are affected. There's nothing good that comes out of a tragedy like this. A glimmer, a small glimmer of hope would be, you know, those that experience something like this, the family members and the friends, of course, they have a cloud of supporters praying for them and, you know, encouraging them. And I hope that that bond, that unfortunate bond that brings them together would be their source of strength. But it's absolutely just senseless. Today I completed these cards. I will share the video tomorrow. It's kind of hard to transition, right, from talking about something like that to something fun. But I did create these, and oh, they're so super cute, right? Look at that inside. I made some Party Ghost paper clips. So anyway, about time you see this video, you would have seen the tutorial for this. So I'll set this to the side. Today in the mail, look what I got. I'm absolutely addicted. I am hooked on these ebony vintage magazines. If you saw my last this and that video, I shared my earlier acquisitions. Well, this one came in the mail today. 30 cents, you guys, 1952. This is truly vintage, right? But ebony started in 1945, and today I won on eBay a 1948 edition. And in a couple days, I'm going to bid on a 1946 edition. So anyway, I perused through several pages, and then I closed the magazine because it got too good. And I wanted to share my excitement with you all. Okay. So, my goodness, I did not know that ebony had been around since 1945. Now, I'm making vintage junk journals and things like that, and so I went on a hunt looking for positive black ephemera, and it's hard to find, but you can find a lot in these vintage magazines. Check out the Colgate. And this actually looks like it's from the 50s. So I glanced through these pages. I just love it. I love to take a peek at what life was like for people back then, but for my parents as well. They're both deceased and have been for a long time. But look at this. I love it. Absolutely love it. Just love the images. Yes, but I also like the recipes too. I will be trying some recipes. So the magazine is full of history. It's full, the ads themselves tell a story, right? I will share separate videos on this magazine alone because I don't think a lot of Black people are aware of just how far back Ebony goes and the treasure, the wealth of information. Check her out. That's I Love Lucy. And her, now was she married to him in real life? I think she was, right? I didn't know they smoked. But oh my, and look at this. Ah! Make the cutest ads. So I just absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. I'll stop in a second, but there's a picture of black dolls. And look at this. Oh my goodness. Butter. Well, margarine, right? I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. And look, 49 cents. Things were like, seemed free back then. Okay, I didn't know I flipped through these many pages. Tabasco, I got some in my cabinet right now. You probably have some in yours. I love the ad. What I love about Ebony, well, for a lot of the advertisement, you will see Black people. I went to eBay to look for black ephemera, and I shared this before. And it's called Black Americana. What comes up is demeaning, insulting, racist, stereotypical. And the great thing about Ebony, well, you find positive Black ephemera. But this is where I stopped. Absolutely fell in love because I collect ads of colored dolls. And take a look at these colored dolls. And the little black girl with the Shirley Temple curls. I absolutely love it. I will scan that, make copies. Okay, so this is my last page. But take a look at this. Oh my goodness, I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Look at this. You will find a lot of, let's see, and it varies by decade when it comes to the Ebony magazines. There's a lot of makeup ads, a lot of ads for, like right here, bleaching cream, right? I know that might insult a lot of Black people today, but during that era, it was about straightening the hair, which you'll find a lot of hair ads, and bleaching the skin. And there's makeup ads. Oh, yeah, I wanted to say there's a lot of liquor ads, Pepsi ads, 7-Up ads, not so many 7-Up, but a lot of Pepsi, a lot of Diet Coke, and a lot of companies did advertisement. Okay, so I did see this page too. A real life baby. Oh, a premature baby. So I went a little further than I thought. Okay, so I'll stop here. And I'm not even halfway through. A little bit. Well, no, I'm not halfway through. So I will be on the hunt for more of these magazines. I do want to get, I would love to have a 1945 edition. I will settle for a 46. You know, the older the magazines are, the more you pay for them. I don't mind though, to a degree. Because, I mean, it's a part of history, right? Okay, so I brought some other items in. What did I do with them? Oh, here we go. Okay. I have been collecting black playing cards, right? Now, I contacted the seller yesterday for a tracking number because sometimes on eBay, they don't provide a tracking number, but it shows that it shipped. The seller said, well, he or she thought they shipped it, but didn't. And when the seller got offended that I asked, but I needed to ask. Well, I go to the mailbox just minutes ago, and look what I find. I guess the seller did send them. And here they are. Now, these playing cards, you guys, are from 1973. They're so super cool. Just wait until I show you these. The 70s is my favorite decade. It's all about the afro. And these playing cards, well, all about the afro. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so we are going to look at these together. Though I did see some online. Let me just grab. Okay, so the front or the back of the card, they all have the same pattern. But when, okay, so these have the same pattern too. Like your ordinary numbers. But the pictures, check these out. Look at the queen. Queen, the diamond queen, right? Look at that afro. And check him out. I think he might be making the Black Power symbol. And check out him, right? Now we all, if you're black, had an uncle that looked like him. So I love it. I will tuck these away in little envelopes and little pockets. And so there's more too. I won't share them all. But check out, yeah, there's that. I think that might be the Black Power fist, right? The 70s was all about the Black Power movement. Okay, so I got 2 stacks of those. And then I also got, now, oh my goodness, I have been collecting vintage black greeting cards as well. And this came in the mail today, you guys. Check out, and I think it's from the 70s. That's what it said on eBay. But check out this little cute grandma card, little black girl. Now, it gets better than this though, right? It's a paper doll card. So take a look at her clothing, because if you saw my last this and that video, I shared some of my recent acquisitions of vintage black paper dolls. Well, I found this card paper doll and I absolutely love it. And it's by Hallmark. So the back, that's how that looks. But I absolutely love it. I am so happy to have found this treasure. And the envelope came with it too. This may or may not be the envelope, but hey. Now, so the last item that came today, you guys, I have been, well, I've talked about this item in some videos. It's a Martha Stewart punch. Anybody want to guess what it is? I have been searching for this item for a couple of years. And what's interesting, well, I just purchased mine from eBay, but there's another one of these punches on eBay right now too. And it is the peppermint punch. I finally got it and I'm super duper happy. I have not even punched it out. I literally just went to my mailbox before I began filming and I opened it up. Okay, now, like I said, you could get this punch on eBay right now, but you won't see this video until maybe a month from now. I was going, uh-oh, do you want to punch out? You better punch out. Come on now, don't do me like that. Okay, there it is. I'm like, come on. It's a double, I think it's a double punch. Yeah, it is, because it punches out the outside and then the inside. And then what you can do is use a circle punch, punch out a red circle, and then you have a peppermint. I have been wanting this punch for so long. I don't know where I was. I don't know if Michael got this punch in. I also shared another rare punch, the hot cocoa punch. I shared that, I think, a couple months ago. So I'm so happy to have this punch. So you guys, in a couple days, I will get another punch that I have been looking for a couple of years. And That punch is also on eBay.
Saturday,
As I think October 7th or 8th. How are you guys doing? I hope you're all doing well. It's a warm day. I think the high is 80. I remember 15 years ago, not even 15 years ago, but during this time, oh goodness, it's cold in the morning, cool at night, and about 3 or 4 o'clock, you know, it warms up, but not this warm. Our weather is changing so quickly right before our eyes. The other night, well, the fair is in my town, and my husband and I, we went to a Christian concert there. Saw, I want to say, Big Daddy Kane. My husband, he absolutely loves Christian music. I like it too, but he loves it. I mean, he's over the top in love with it. And so we saw Big Daddy Kane, not Kane, but then I say Big Daddy Wheat, but Big Daddy Weave, he was fabulous. I love that song, Underwhelmed. It might be called something else, but then we saw Jeremy Camp, and he was fabulous as well, and love that song. He ended the concert with, darn it, I can't think of the name of the song, but anyway, we had a fabulous time. It was nice. However, let's see, we got there about an hour before the concert started, so we got something to eat. I was a little underwhelmed with it. We didn't really have time to walk up and down the fair to get what we wanted, and, you know, I couldn't walk anyway. I had my scooter, and though I love it, it's a blessing, it can become uncomfortable if you're on it. Not even for a long time. So I got Mediterranean food. It wasn't bad, but my husband had a basic burger. So expensive. 15 bucks for a burnt burger and about 20 fries, right? And a medium soda. I was like, but anyway, when the concert was over about 10:30, the shopping places were closed, and I really wanted to hit those up because I like those vendors. They come with unique things, and they have the best headphones. So we may go back on Thursday, but the concert was really nice. It was really relaxing. It was safe. Thank you, Jesus. The weather was beautiful, and the music was just, oh my goodness. Okay, so I snuck out the house, you guys, because my husband has me on house watch. He won't let me go anywhere by myself. On his days off, he do take me out, but you know, it's different, and he don't get that many days off. So being stuck at home, not being able to go for a walk or go for a jog, you know, it kind of gets to you. I'm a homebody, but I like the idea of knowing I could hop in the car and jot around to Tuesday morning, which is just right around the corner. And then Joann's is like across the street from Tuesday morning. So every now and again I do sneak out, but he parks my car in the garage, and he told me the other day he parks it in a certain way to know if I'm leaving. And when I parked my car, I went back to the garage and I realized, I'm like, no, this is too much space. I have to back up. So I hope he don't figure out that I left. But I jotted to Tuesday morning. I got a paper pad. I won't show that. I don't buy a lot of paper pads anymore. This one, you know, I might show it. It was called Homestead. So it had a kitchen theme. So I picked that up. But I went to my favorite antique thrift store, and everything was 50% off. So let me share with you what I got. I have been eyeing this vintage typing paper for the last couple months. So they still had it, and I was happy. So I paid $5 for this, right? I love, and it still has this original sheet. I love the look of it. It's like crinkly. I love the color, and I love the sound. This might be 2 sheets. You can, yeah, it is 2 sheets. You can buy parchment paper, but to have the original, and I have a lot of that acid-free spray, it makes your articles and things like this acid-free. So I'll use a sheet of this on a special occasion. Perhaps I'll use it with my vintage typewriter. So super happy to have that for $5. And then I found this sewing dress book. I paid $1 for it. Now, I don't have an idea of how to sew. I sew on paper. This was made in the 70s. So I thought it was cute to have. Of course, I'll use this in projects. But can't beat that for $1. And then I'm going to have fun flipping through this. I found a needlework and crafts book. And it's a big one. Fall, winter, 1969 to 70. So, I mean, it's older than I am. I'm going to have fun flipping through this particular magazine catalog. I have never browsed through one of these, so that's going to be exciting. I paid $2 for that. And then I got some fabric, you guys. Check this out. So fitting since Halloween is this month, but I love me a jack-o'-lantern, and these are the cutest jack-o'-lanterns. Now this fabric is special because it has the pattern on it. I've been seeing these on eBay. So if I was to flip it over, well, you could see, I'm not sure what that states, but like here, I think you cut out the pattern. It's a full size pattern that's already on the fabric. Perhaps this makes a doll. I don't know. Oh, a Halloween vest. Okay, but I paid $2 for this, you guys, and it looks brand new. So super happy to have that. And I found more fabric. Now you're gonna love this one because this theme is so popular. I think it will never go out of style. But the happy face, right? I don't know how many yards this is, but have a good day, smile, put on a happy face. And I have happy faces in 2 different sizes. How I wish there were different expressions, right? Because emojis are so popular, but I'm happy. I'm happy to have that. I paid $1.50 for that, you guys. And then, of course, I found more sewing patterns. They're normally 50 cents, but they're half price. So I got them for $0.25. Check it out. That's a 70s theme. Another 70s theme. I love making paper dolls out of these designs. Another 70s. Another 70s. And another 70s. And this one is by Vogue. Check her out. Love it. I tell you, you know what? If you have sewing patterns by the decade, they illustrate a story, right? Yeah, of those different eras. Okay, I was super happy to find these, and I'm going to pop one of these in my cassette player today. But I found some, okay, this says A Gingerbread Christmas, right? 1990. And I was looking for the Gingerbread Man book with the cassette, but I just found these cassettes in a Ziploc bag. I paid $0.25 for them. So super fun. Perhaps when I play these, it will jog memories from childhood. This one has Christmas songs, including Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Jingle Bells. And then this one is a Thanksgiving cassette, which I was happy to find both of these Thanksgiving cassettes because there's not a lot of Thanksgiving things out there. Home decor, yeah, but when it comes to craft, so I'm happy to have those. And then the chipmunks. Don't we all love the chipmunks? The chipmunks Christmas. I'm going to have fun playing that one. And then I got 2 chipmunks Christmas. Okay, program 1 and program 2. So super cool. Alrighty, and then, okay, I'm excited about this one. I keep recipes, right? I love recipes, love vintage recipes. Well, I found, not sure how old this is, but it's somebody's scrapbook cookbook, right? And I love it. I paid $1.50 for this. They clipped out the original paper ads with the recipes on it. And then they have the picture with the recipe. Totally love this. So I will flip through this and see what recipes I'll be using. Look at this old coupon. 8 cents off. That's old. I think it says 1983. Only 8 cents? Wow. Maybe it's 1963. I need my magnifier. But anyway, oh, this was a gem. This was a gem. Someone put a lot of work into clipping out the pictures and then the recipes. I absolutely love this. Okay, so that was all I got from that store. I paid 13 bucks for all this. Not bad. Now, before I share my eBay finds, let me talk again about my favorite tea of all time. I'm not a tea drinker. I don't drink coffee. I drink hot chocolate, and that's about it during the colder months. About 7 years ago, I purchased a can of this vanilla almond by Bentley's. By the way, it's naturally caffeine-free. Got my first can from Tuesday morning, paid $3.99 for it. I got it home, tried it out, fell instantly in love with it, including others in my household. Went back to Tuesday morning. At that time, they had different flavors. They had just all kind of flavors. Well, I got the vanilla almond, and then I found a couple cans at Ross or a store like that, along with another flavor that Tuesday morning didn't have, and that was chai. Oh, fell in love with that one too. But you guys, this stuff is so hard to find. I found this tea that year, and then the next year, the last several years, I have had no luck whatsoever. I emailed the manufacturer, never heard back from them. You can find one can on Amazon right now for 20 bucks. I don't know what's going on, right? I went to Seattle 5 years ago and stocked up. I found some of these at their Tuesday morning. I shared some cans. You can best believe I'm not sharing anymore. But I read a review last night on Amazon. Someone wrote this review a year ago, and they stated they found this at Big Lots. I don't know if they, used the wrong store. I don't go to Big Lots like I used to, so I don't know, but I will be checking Big Lots out. If you guys know where to get this tea, please let me know. I do have 5 cans and 2 cans of the chai, and then a can of another flavor. By the way, I'm missing a flavor. I had another flavor too. I don't know what happened to it. You know what? Somebody probably stole my tea, because I got some family members who love this stuff, and I keep this hidden. Anyway, let me know if you come across this. It's by Bentley's, and their teas are naturally caffeine-free. Oh, when I make mine, I had some last night. Oh, it was so good. I only drink it during the colder months, but I add lemon and creamer, and oh, it's to die for. Okay, from eBay. I shared in my last This and That video a Sizzix original die. I shared this one. By the way, I have cut him out with other gingerbread dies I have. Well, this is the latest gingerbread die to join the family. By Sizzix, another original. I kept for a long time my plastic containers, because you can alter these, and I altered a couple, but then I got rid of them because I just have too much stuff. Now I regret that I didn't keep a couple more of these cases. So happy that my gingerbread dies have come in the original cases, but how I wish I would have kept the inserts. Yeah, this stuff is like vintage in the craft world, So anyway, I'm so happy that these dies, they're They're the original dies with the original packaging and the original inserts. So this is the latest gingerbread I have picked up, and I have cut this one out too. Let's see. It's right here. I'll share my cutouts and after they're decorated in a separate video, but I absolutely love it. There's a couple more Sizzix originals that I'm looking for. They're hard to find. But you guys, this next item, I have been looking for this for a couple of years. Never seen it come up on eBay. My son now lives in Germany, and there's a store called Dreams Cast. The name might be wrong, but they have this item along with a punch that I showed in my last video, that Martha Stewart double peppermint punch. Well, I was going to order and have it shipped to my son and then have my son ship it to me. But I found that Martha punch, and now I have found this punch. Absolutely love it! EK Success, the gingerbread punch. This is a nice size. I do have some cutouts buried under all this stuff, but you get the parts to make his face, and then the bow, and then to add the circles to his little body. I love this punch. Right now, eBay actually has bidding, only one bid, right? The punch right now, the total price with the shipping is $17, and it ends in an hour. I'm going to be so upset if that punch, because I paid 30 bucks for mine shipping. To me, that was worth it because I don't see this punch on eBay. I feel like bidding on this other punch, though. Just because I need a backup. I've wanted this punch for years. So happy I finally have it.